The year is 2048. My name is Beth. I'm a newborn. Us newborns are the end and the beginning of a new era. No one in this era has any roots. An entire generation was destroyed for money and greed. The ones in the past, those unaware of what was going on, they were just subjects helping those at the top gain even more. Humanity's wars started to be fought with biological weapons instead of bombs. Viral and contagious diseases were being used. Without even realizing how one epidemic had begun, another one would start. And the only winners of this situation were the pharmaceutical mafias who could not think of anything but money. They started producing more viruses just to sell more drugs. But there was one thing that they hadn't considered: the irreversible damage that they would cause, which would cost humanity itself. When they realized that their greed had gotten the better of them, it was too late. They had created a pandemic from an unknown virus. As they expected sales of drugs to skyrocket, they brought about the end of an era. The virus had been made to neuter people, but it brought about unknown diseases, and in 20 years, an entire generation had come face to face with extinction. People didn't even realize what was going on. Only us babies in the womb of our mothers gained immunity. Even though they had managed to begin a high-level treatment process, the results were not fruitful. An entire generation was destroyed. And the generation that I am a part of led to the continuation of humanity. Us, who were born immune to this virus, were called the newborns. A new era had begun. The era of newborns. The era of newborns. Wars taking place in the world had begun to damage the world. Pharmaceutical mafias began to invent new diseases in order to sell more medicine. Yet, this was the last straw, and humanity was coming close to an end. In 2028, scientists working for the pharmaceutical mafias created a new unknown virus and started an epidemic. This brought about infertility and many other diseases. But then they realized that they only had 20 years left to live, and that newborn children were immune against the virus. They started to work on a cure, but it was too late. Those who were immune were named the newborns, and they finally accepted that this was going to be the beginning of a new era. Now, in the year 2048, the era of the newborns has begun.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.